I like books that have something to say on what it means to be human.
Music in the language.
My favorite book is Harry Potter, and what makes it special for me is the fact that so much of the book has lived on with me throughout my years, from when I was a teen till now. I'm 32 and still using references from the book.
It would definitely be The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and it is a book that can be enjoyed by both adults and children.
It's A Little Princess. It's completely magical and it's what every young person needs.
I have this early memory of reading Percy Jackson where his ADHD comes in handy in a fight, and I remember this was before I sought help, but that made me feel not alone.
As how Shaki Chilo Shirosran made me feel. This is again a masterpiece, and every Bangladeshi reader and every international reader should read this. This book talks so much about the liberation war of Bangladesh, and it talks so much more than that.
I think Lolita. It is a masterclass in literature and embodying a character and towing the line of what is acceptable in society.
It would be The Adventures of China Iron. It was, I didn't know about it. It was given to me by our editor, Sarah Bari, and it really surprised me. What I loved about it is that it reminded me of how, even the mundane and everyday things can look borderline magical just by the power of writing or the power of perspective.
The House on the Cerulean Sea, which is written by T.J. Klune, and I think everyone should read this book right now, especially in these circumstances, because it's all about empathy, acceptance, and unconditional love for people who are different from each other. Not people, actually, creatures that are different from each other, and but how they can all still exist in harmony.
I quite like the Reading Cafe in Banani and also Bengal Boy.
I have a new favorite spot for books, and that's Bangla Bazaar. It's situated in the old towns, and it has all the publication house offices of all the Bangla books that has been published till now, and you can buy Bangla books in a wholesale rate there.
Definitely Batighor Chittagong and Dhaka, Bookworm Bangladesh, and Nilkhet. And if I had to name a couple of online stores, that would be Epilogue and Bookopedia.
It's Bookworm Bangladesh. Love the environment, super aesthetic interior, great collection of books, and the people are super friends.
Never have I ever read a book and felt nothing. I've always felt something when reading a book.
I've never felt guilty after reading a book. I know that books take away a lot of your time that you would have invested elsewhere. However, I've never really regretted using that time for reading a book instead of doing anything else.
Never have I ever felt embarrassed about reading a book. I don't feel embarrassed about Twilight, about the 50 Shades of Grey, about all the light romantic fiction that I turn to whenever my head is buzzing with too many facts.
I try to go for an easy read, or I try to go for something a bit different, something that I would not be reading otherwise. So I try to challenge myself a bit, and I sometimes even try to go for short stories. I try to read short stories, which would set up the pace, and then maybe move on to fictions and thicker books.
I like rereading old favorites, especially light YA contemporaries.
To see more quality translations from different languages, from indigenous languages, from the other languages to Bangla. I would love to read them.
We need more book expos. We need more gatherings where readers can come together, just like LitFest, where we can share our reading lists and we can discover future reads, and get to connect with like-minded people.
One is that I hope that piracy in Bangladesh ends completely and the government does not levy taxes on books at all. And the second wish is that all books, wherever they're released in the world, should be released at the same time in Bangladesh as well.
I am sick and tired of England being recreated in fantasy worlds over and over and over and over and over again. Give me some Bangladeshi fantasy.
Read what you want, read consciously, but don't judge.